Hello and welcome to Fatecaster!
Yeah.
There it is. Thank you so much for joining us for the next episode of Shadows of Stravia. Previously, we might try something a little new this episode, an in-character recap of the last couple episodes, should the players happen to find it. So, without further ado, please join us. I'll remember the thing this time as we descend into darkness. Okay, we established last session that you guys were heading to Storehouse 9 in Bankbutch to investigate the stolen Shattered Sun Disk and the break-in there. Now, do you guys head straight there?
I would want to peel off for a little bit from the group. Before.
I was going to say, because we were sleeping and bunking and doing all that before, we were like...
Yeah, we'll get it. Well,
right?
You know, we can go back in time, I guess, a little bit if you have things that you want to do. Do you need to do anything specific?
Yes, but before I peel away from the group, I'd probably say something like, perhaps we should meet up at the docks in, say, 3 hours' time?
Docks? Sounds good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think 3 hours is good. I didn't know what you guys were going to do, if you needed more time than that or not. Yeah. Okay. The first thing that I would do is I kind of peel away from the group then is I would go try to locate Cassian, wherever I think he might be at this time of day or night, I guess night shift.
Yeah. You know, most of the time Cassian finds you.
Okay.
But we can say that you have like a scheduled check-in.
Yeah.
Let's say that you kind of peel off from the group and are, meandering to your check-in location. And I think I would put this at like the outskirts of the Cathedral of the Faceless God.
Okay. Close to the
it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Yeah, it's in Lindsay. It's pretty close to the barracks.
Okay. All right.
So, Nix, you head to your meetup location, kind of wait there a moment, per usual, kind of waiting for Cassian, see nothing until you know that he wants to be found. A figure emerging from the shadows, soundless, but you hear like the deliberate footsteps of, he's announcing his presence. Cassian Eldrith emerged from the shadows. He has this dark cloak that's kind of barely rustling. His eyes lock onto you. Report.
The report is as follows. I've been able to ingrain myself within a team that seem to be giving us more work, one of which of interest is Zilphira. Scornel.
He reaches down into his pouch and withdraws something dark. It looks like an apple, but the color is very dark. And as he bites into it, it's extremely wet. You see almost like blood dripping down his chin. He kind of wipes it. Elaborate, please.
Doing my best to woo them into liking me. Initially, they didn't even know who I was, which was a bit troublesome, but I feel I can overcome that. By the end, we were able to, as a team, execute some folks of the Sunlit Path. I believe that they're starting to warm.
And have you considered ingratiating yourself into the Sunlit Path?
I have. The second piece to report upon is that I've received some intel that potentially Sunlit Path activity may be down at the docks. I am to meet with a harbor master that may be cooking books, and before I did so, I wanted to make sure that he wasn't one of ours.
He's not. But that's good to know. You've done well, Nyx. I'm impressed by you.
Upon your training? Thank you.
You know I don't like to waste my time.
I shall try not to. I shall endeavor to be better.
Is that all, then?
That is.
Good.
News on your side, things that may help me as I complete this.
And you know that Cassian, a man of precision, will only ever tell you exactly what you need to know.
Right.
Kind of looks at you. I think the Sunlit Path is a good lead to look into. They know more than they should. I fear a mole. But do not act on anything in that nature yet. We don't know what advantage we need to pull at. But we know that we're ahead. And ahead is where we like to be.
Indeed. To stay ahead and to continue to ingratiate myself, do you happen to have an extra health potion on you? Saving them in the heat of battle would certainly do well for the...
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
That's going to be a failure with a 9.
You can always get what you need from the Blood Cloaks for the armory and provisions, can you not?
I shall try.
Good. Well, Nyx, please make sure you stay on your toes.
I shall.
And he back into the shadows. He disappears.
You looked really nice today. Always good talking to you.
Did you do anything else?
I then make my way to where they might do laundry near the docks.
Where they might do laundry near the docks. Yeah, you make your way to the slaughter docks, and you see the docks themselves are in disarray.
Yeah.
Large amounts of abandoned ships near the dockyards. You see half sinking into the docks, half rotting away, that you know would be the abandoned vessels that used to be manned by fishermen and merchants and things like that, that is heavily decayed. But there are still vessels that come and go, delivering shipments up the coastline to different cities and outposts and things like that within Stravia. But you make your way down to where you see many peasants kind of dipping their buckets off one of the docks, washing their clothes in that area.
I'm going to approach one and just twiddle a gold piece over the top of my knuckles and look at some that are already drying on the line, find some that are for me, and I'll just say, flip them the gold and grab the clothes.
You see kind of a young woman, a baby kind of playing in the dock. She has to grab it to prevent it from falling off the docks into the water. And, thank you. Pockets it.
Okay. We'll use prestidigitation to temporarily warm her clothes for the next hour.
Nice.
Okay. I will then duck into a bar and I will change into those clothes. And then that would probably lead to about my 3-hour marker. I'll move closer to them and just start watching people coming in and off the docks, in and out of warehouses, and just trying to see a bunch of faces that may be good fits for me.
Yeah. Nice.
Face shopping.
Face shopping.
Face shopping.
I actually have that written down as a thing.
Face shopping.
I know the faces that I want. Yeah.
What faces are you looking for?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm looking for people that are extremely bland, that could fade into anything. People that have unique features or are attractive. Those are no's for me. I want somebody that could walk into a place and walk out of a place and not really be noticed. That's my number one. The second one that I'm looking for is an incredibly fat person. Just to be blunt, I want the person to be as heavy as possible, but medium sized.
Okay.
So they can't be big. They got to be medium and they got to be really heavy.
Okay. So you're looking for an extremely bland person.
Yes.
Sex doesn't matter. Man or woman?
Does not matter.
And an extremely fat person.
Sex doesn't matter.
Sex doesn't matter. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. We will put, you get exactly what you want on a 15.
Okay.
You can get one of the two on a 10.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. That will be a 6 total.
A 6 total. Remarkably, like every single person that you see in these peasantry is like, oh, that person looks bland, and they turn around and they have like the hugest nose you've ever seen in your life. And not totally abnormal, but like the people of Bank Butch are starving. So finding a very fat person would have been the higher DC.
That's a great point.
But yeah, so unfortunately you don't see them, but absolutely you can, repeat that check or something like that in the future.
Okay. Sounds good.
The three of you remaining, do you all stick together as you go to Storehouse 9?
Yes. Sure.
Let's go.
Warily of the big... Well, he listened last time, so actually, no, not so warily.
As the three of you leave the dim confines of the guards' barracks, despite the sun high overhead, still overcast, and the chill of midday strikes you. The shade from the looming awnings and the black, or the looming buildings and the black awnings shade the street from sunlight. But the street of Linstead are quiet, the district's wide cobble streets reflecting a pale shimmer from the ghostly lanterns above, always shining in this district. A block away, as the three of you pass a narrow, shadowed alley, the flicker of lantern light catches on a small group of well-dressed teens, 2 boys and a girl huddled close, whispering far too loudly for caution. Papers flutter between them. As they see the three of you approach, you see panic flashes across their face, and without a word, they scatter, dropping these papers they have and disappearing down the alley at full sprint.
Gonna grab those papers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Absolutely.
I forget about the papers.
Gonna grab
Take one down.
So am I with you guys at this point?
You're not with them, but you can have one.
All right.
Ooh. The artwork, dude. The artwork. That's crazy.
The People's Voice. Issue 17. This just in. Blood on the Cobblestones. Linstead's Reckoning. Distributed in the shadows, written for the light by Ashen Quill, voice of the people. Blood Cloaks in disarray, a failure of leadership. Compassion, cruelty, mercy, and butchery. Where do the Blood Cloaks truly stand? Recent events have left the people of Slavoka confused, divided, and questioning the direction of the city's so-called enforcers. Were the signs of humanity and restraint we saw genuine, or were they merely a trap, a ploy to lower our guard before the true brutality of the Blood Cloaks was laid bare? Confusing signs of mercy or manipulation. In Holy Laza, a woman named Arna reported that the Blood Cloaks who came for her tithe were considerate, even respectful. They granted her an extension on her gold tithe, an unheard of act of leniency. In Bankbush, another strange occurrence, despite veiled threats, Grigor, the proprietor of the Banshee's Whale, was seen cutting a private deal with the Blood Cloaks. Whispers abound that gold did not pay fully for his tithe, that perhaps favors of a more personal nature were exchanged instead.
I should have killed those old guys. I should have killed them.
Yet, just blocks away, these same Blood Cloaks were seen brutalizing a priest of the Faceless God, only to tap a keg and drink in the streets immediately after. Were they simply reveling in their unchecked power, or is this more intentional chaos, more mind games designed to keep the people afraid, confused, and divided? Martin Gray, a martyr for the cause. But if there ever was any doubt in the Blood Cloak's true nature, it was washed away in the blood in Linstead. Martin Gray, merchant patriarch of House Gray, stood undaunted in the face of tyranny. He refused to kneel, refused to offer his life up like lamb to the slaughter. His words will ring through the streets of Slavoka long after his body is turned to dust. So go ahead, take what's mine, take my blood, take my life, take my shop. But know this, when the sun rises on a free Slavoka, it won't be your names they remember. We will remember you, Martin Gray. Yeah. Yet, when the moment came, his defiance wavered, his voice uncertain, his actions hesitant, as though he were being compelled to act against his own judgment. Whatever flicker of resistance was within him was snuffed out when Captain Saren Redhand Mur arrived, dragging Martin's wife, Marie, bound and beaten. We expected violence. It is, after all, what the Blood Cloaks do best. But even then, none of us could have anticipated what came next. Perhaps we have found Blood Cloaks even bloodthirstier than Saren himself, because when given a choice between branding Martin or killing him, they instead snapped his wife's neck before his eyes, forcing him to watch. Then they slaughtered him in the streets. As if murder was not enough, they then performed a strange ritual over the fallen body, ensuring that even in death, Martin Gray would find no peace. Is this what our enforcers have become? Are these the protectors of Slavoka? So what are we to believe? That some Blood Cloaks would offer mercy while others slaughter families in the street? That we should trust them one moment and fear them the next? Or is this all intentional? Is this a strategy, a new method of control? Confuse the people, make them doubt, divide them, and then crush them where they least expect it. Whatever the answer, one truth remains clear. This cannot stand. A grave disturbance in Holy Laza. For centuries, the ruined district of Holy Laza's old quarter had been avoided. The crater that marks the fall of Moldoral still looms, its depths untouched, its legend whispered in hushed voices. Cursed, they said, best left undisturbed. But the old fears of the people mean little to those in power. Construction has begun near the crater, an effort to reclaim lost ground, to build over the past as if it were nothing but rubble. But those who work there report strange occurrences, tools vanishing in the night, shadows that move where none should be, and an unnatural silence that grips the air when the sun sets. Even their undead laborers go missing, or refuse to return, speaking of voices whispering beneath the ground, of something waking in the deep earth. The overseers dismissed them, but we know better. Holy Laza was left to rot for a reason. Some doors are meant to stay closed, and some graves are meant to stay buried. And there is another horror growing in Holy Laza, this one far more insidious. A strange sickness, seen only in children, has begun to spread. A persistent cough, black veins snake up from their throats and chests as if something dark seeps into them. They burn with fever, muttering in strange tongues, sometimes prayers to God, to unfamiliar gods, other times whispers far too garbled to understand. Few recover, most grow weaker, their light fading until they die from the illness, fevered and raving in their final movements. What is this plague, and why does it only target the young and the innocent? What foul magic has been unleashed upon us now? The people must rise. The sunlit path calls to those who are tired of kneeling. We cannot promise peace, but we can promise justice. The blood they spill will not go unanswered. The fear they sow will not go unchallenged. And the chains they bind us with will not hold forever. Stay vigilant, stay united, and never stop fighting, Ashen Quill. And you know that this is like the propaganda piece distributed by the Sunlit Path.
So Ashen Quill is not a person per se. It is a word.
You don't know. That might be. I mean,
that's something I want to know.
Yeah, that's something that is like heavily sought by like high up in the Blood Cloaks and things like. Basically, they want to shut down this distribution, but it's hard to. It's underground, right? So it's not. It is either a pen name or a pseudonym. But yeah, you have not been able. No one's been able to locate him next.
So that would be my goal.
It's just Lady Thistledown.
I literally just wrote down, I was like, dearest gentle Rita.
Nah, this is awesome, by the way.
That's perfect.
This is our in-character recap.
I did not expect. So good.
This is so awesome.
I'm dying. I'm like, what? You made a freaking issue,
artwork and stuff.
including and I love seeing that there's like so drastic in it too. The difference of like brutality and then like lenience. Like, oh wait, they're showing what is this? Is this mind tricks or is this like
confusion?
So much chaos, and even you guys and the priest.
Tapping the keg and
Right, like you said you like shoved the priest and they, that's probably they're gonna say you brutalized, like you
brutalized
assaulted
the
this
priest
in
and
the
then
streets of Linstead.
Popped kegs.
It is a propaganda piece. Jeez.
So good. It's so good.
But I will say that Nyx, like you find a similar piece. They're not hard to find. They distribute them as widely as possible. And the piece on the sickness growing in Holy Laza, that piques your interest, specifically because that matches a lot of the symptoms that Andrew died from.
Yep.
Persistent cough. Ooh, that gal. Her son was coughing like that.
There's a medicine check, and there was like the black things.
Unknown.
He had the same stuff
and muttering.
in city. What?
And there's muttering too.
Yeah, he was talking. He was talking to himself when she checked further what he was saying.
Nyx seeing this would be like, my name's not in this at all. Give me credit at least, damn it.
Zephyra seeing this would just be like, oh, I've got a mission in mind to now start looking for...
Printing
wait till
press.
she sits. I've got a trail to start searching, I guess, is Ashen Quill, which I'm assuming this isn't the first I've heard of it or know of it, but it's more like, I don't know. getting to the bottom of my favorite thing are secrets, and I want to know secrets.
Issue 17.
Yeah, so if it's 17, then it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been
as
a while.
far as the names, and it's bothering me every time I see it that I still don't know any leads into
like how long it takes
actual
them
Quill
to
is.
make the favors.
Obviously pretty fast, right?
Right.
Because that all happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Right, so they pumped that out really quickly.
I guess when was episode 1? When was, like, first issue?
I'd put it probably around when you joined, like 4 months ago.
Oh.
So it's not like they don't have them on a set schedule. You know, it's like as events are happening, it's their propaganda pieces. They pump them out as hot news
reasons
kind
too.
of thing.
Yeah. Okay. 4 months.
I'm gonna roll it up and keep it really nice in my sack.
As the three of you
stashed it
you
in my
find the
pocket.
papers, the noble kids run off. You kind of mutter among yourselves about how unfair the propaganda piece was. You hear, "Zafira, my dear, may I have a word?" And your soul has kind of just are a couple blocks away.
Oh, was he sold? That's not, yeah. Be right back. Yes.
I'm sorry about yesterday, darling.
Did you know what you were sending us into, Uncle?
Well, from all reports, the rest of your team's collections were excellent. You showed temperance, restraint, common sense, and we both know that mortals are like flowers, and they'll wither without a bit of sun.
Yes, true.
But, yes, to be fair, I thought Martin would be a challenge for you. A chance to show some backbone, really feel what you're up against. But I wasn't expecting Saren to be back in town yet, and I should have.
The wife was uncalled for. I did not like having to do that, Uncle.
I agree. You know how I despise messiness.
Yes.
But I take that as my failure. Intelligence is my specialty, and I should have known.
How long is he in town for?
I do not know. I don't have reports of him being sent out to empty any more villages anytime soon, as he does best. We all have our roles. And Saren, he plays his well. He's a hound, though a bit of a mad dog, loyal until he decides to bite the hand. But we both know he's picked back up on the trail of your mother.
Where is she currently?
In Drogmahar, the Black City still.
Okay. What do you make of it?
I can't say for sure. I am aching to find out what has spurred him to sniff back on that trail, but he seems he seems determined to dig up the dirt on my dear twin he failed to find last time.
Dear twin. Well, if it's out there, it's out there. If it exists. I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm sorry she's your twin, but it's unfortunate. You're not my real, father, and she's my mother, but I'll try not to speak ill of her. It's fine.
We both know that she can be trying.
Okay, that's putting it lightly, Uncle.
Well, if I may, darling, can I offer a piece of advice?
Sure.
Don't forget who you truly are. A blood cloak you may be now, but this isn't your future.
And what is?
Soon enough, you won't be the one to follow laws. You'll be the one to make them. So think for yourself. Question every order, including mine. That's an order.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle.
As for Saren, don't worry. I'll keep an eye on him. We don't want him barking up the wrong tree now, would we?
I will say, although it doesn't quite bother me so much that he, has a distaste for Mom. Quite like, However, will his distaste for Mom mean that he's going to give me a hard time now that he's here?
I can only assume. I imagine serving under his leadership will not be pleasant for you. I know he was impressed by your actions yesterday, what that says of how they played out. he does like his bloodshed.
And
But that has not ingratiated you to him. Just by your relation to Nymera, he will hate you off the bat.
And can I assume I will have to do more of what I had to do yesterday if he's here?
Do what you must, but know what I would caution and what your grandmother would caution. Rule with temperance. We know that Martin was but the tip of an iceberg. And I don't fault your decisions. It's very by the book. I can't say, like, with Saren there, he would have done it one way or the other. It was not going to end well for Martin.
That's why I did it, Uncle.
I know. Just keep everything I've taught you in mind. Strength was the right way to quell that, but you grip too hard and something's going to break.
Yes. You are right. It's hard to balance what is expected of me and what I want to do, necessarily.
I know you've been trained well, and I have always thought that our lessons were more practical. We'll have a better talk soon, I promise, when things get a little less busy.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Uncle.
Be careful out there.
I'll try my best.
He will turn and head back into the barracks. A few blocks down the street, the silence is broken by the sound of bone clattering on stone. You see a large, grotesque, like a necro-mechanical spider. It's made of bones and iron gears, the large face of it, like the skull of like a giant. And it has sharp skeletal legs ticking on cobblestones. Beneath it, you see sinew tendrils slither into cracks of ancient stone, and it begins to like repair cracks in it. And you know that this machine is called a bone weaver, and its role is to repair like masonry and the cobblestones of the streets, primarily in Linstead, but throughout Slavoka. There's a low hum of necrotic energy, very necropunk. And as you pass Requiem, you see like its giant face, the eyes in this giant's skull burn in like a pale white light at you as it kind of hums.
What do I feel?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Sheesh.
No. I rolled an 8. I'm seeing what I add to it. My page is loading. 14.
14. You feel like it's the hollow eyes of this thing are questioning. It's trying to gauge you like it sees a kindred spirit, but trying to understand what you are. And then with a loud, it returns to work. And then the sinews, like disgustingly, go back into the cracks. And you hear the sound of the bound spirit that, empowers this thing with a loud, like screaming in perpetual torment, essentially, as it's being forced to empower this machine for all eternity.
Very neat creature. Very disturbing.
Cool.
I want one.
I want one. The visual in my head is disturbing.
The three of you head. You have to go around the other way now that it's daylight to avoid the sunlit path. Along like the middle bridge that crosses the Narusk River towards Bankbutch. And as you walk down that way, you hear the heavy rumble of an iron-bound wagon. And you see this large wagon is pulled by these undead horses, large skeletal creatures. And the air shifts. Tragul, you notice at first that there's a sickly, rotting scent, this unmistakable coming from this cart, this death. And the cart you see, first maybe bundles of cloth, but no, it's bodies. packed tight, like haphazardly piled on top of one another. Some still in broken armor, others wrapped in like rough linen shrouds, limbs dangling stiffly over the sides. The driver is like you would identify as a zombie, just ignores you and keeps driving as he passes. And your minds start to go, is this from another border skirmish, another village razed? For whatever shred of humanity raised within you, the sad truth is it doesn't matter. It's more fuel for the necromancers. You know that these bodies will rise again, workers in Slavoka's endless cycle. Shragul is, as like a scene, the cart passes, you see, as it disappears from sight, there's a child, a young boy with his mother standing there, and she's like trying to pull him away from the sight. And as she does, the boy's eyes like looks up at you, completely awestruck. What is your reaction in that moment?
I think I'd just look down and be like,
You see, he like, and then you see kind of a smile, and then his mom pulls him back into the crowd and disappear into the gloom.
You'll never forget that grunt.
I just wanted to go away, buddy.
I'll say around this time, the four of you enter Bank Butch. As Nyx has, kind of done his tasks first, and you're approaching Storehouse 9. The atmosphere in Bank Butch is eerily, unusually quiet, even for like these impoverished streets. There's still occasional hammer strikes from tanneries, creaking of decaying docks. You get the smell of like what little leather working and fisher, dock workers and fishermen pulling their hauls in from the sea. Still some signs of life, though sparse and sporadic. As you pass, there's like people are closing their shutters, just and the sense that I don't want to be seen by Blood Cloaks as I walk down the streets. Now, as you all approach Storehouse 9...
do you mind if I'd love to talk with the Harbor Master first, if that's possible. If not possible, that's okay.
Yeah, I would say we might wait on the Harbor Master. That would be a longer scene to play that. So I'd say, like, even if you go to the Harbor Master and he's not in right now.
Okay. You can do it after the store.
Sounds good.
Storehouse.
I put these clothes on for nothing.
Oh, sorry.
Just picking a wedgie the whole time he's walking down. Like, they looked okay on the line, but
smell it.
They ride up a little in the crotch area.
Is this Nyx talking as he's walking with us because the guy's not there? Just look over like, doesn't.
Want to switch clothes? I like what you're doing.
No, thank you.
Okay. Maybe later.
So as you're approaching the storehouse, you notice a small group of onlookers gathered nearby, their faces illuminated by the dim light of a single flickering lantern. A few men in tattered clothes stand off to the side, muttering among themselves, while an older woman, her arms crossed tightly over her chest, watches in silence. Among them, an old dock worker leans against a stack of crates. You see his hands are trembling as he takes a long drag from like a hand-rolled cigarette. As you approach the scene, Zolfira, there's no way to get to the storehouse without crossing the sunlit path. There's roads that are covered in sunlight here. It's about midday.
Okay.
Yeah, this would not normally be the time that you're working, but
how big is the area we have to cross?
The street is, I'd say, 10 feet long.
Can I take my cloak, put it over her as we walk?
You can. I mean, you also have your parasol.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have my own cloak, so I will make sure I'm cloaked up when we get to the edge. I'll look and cloak myself up and then pop out my parasol.
Yeah, and I guess just so you know, there's an obvious cultural site to seeing a vampire with a parasol. It's essentially announcing your nobility.
Yeah, so I keep it tucked away, but this is the first time I've had to use it in front of everybody, so I guess I'd take it out. He's about to cloak over me, and I'll just be like, "Thank you, big guy, but it's okay. I'm fine." Pop it up and look around at everybody around. barking up the wrong tree, my good sir.
I don't want to get a sunburn out here. Being pale is kind of the thing.
It is.
Can't you just whatever it is you do? A cloud? Sure, whatever. Get under. Walk across. Like looking at him because he's really in my bubble and I don't know what to do about it.
Perfect. So you see kind of the looky-loos outside. You see the storehouse. What do you guys do initially as you approach?
I would assess to see if I can see any lookouts, and I would ask the others to be on the just do the same.
Is the door in the front of it in the light too?
I'll say the door is covered by like the awning, so you can get to the door and be in shade.
I'm going to get as close as I can to wherever is the building and put the parasol away right away because I don't want the least amount of time I can have it out, the better. So
Okay.
I don't like people looking at me.
Yeah. Requiem.
Do Blood Cloaks have like a motto?
No.
Cool.
What are you looking for?
I think before we go in, I just kind of like want to be pacing where no one's seen me, and you kind of just hear me muttering, like whispering to myself. And if Blood Cloaks had a motto, I was going to be whispering it. Like, I want to be tough and brave. So I was hoping that they had like, it's like you are strong, you are brave, you are tough. Okay. I'm
Pumping yourself up. Yeah.
How far away are you doing that?
Fueled only by the relentless, desire and requirement to serve the vampire lords, our Blood Cloaks. Not really the motto kind of people.
That makes sense.
We should come up with our own motto.
Mm-hmm. Wait, how far away are you from like this shade? Can I like see her and it's not like I'd have to go across the sun again?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I'd say you walked in, I'm assuming you're all kind of approaching. I guess,
maybe
anybody else
like
doing anything like initially? Are you talking to anybody? Are you're approaching the site as basically a crime scene. So what are you guys, what is your initial response when you get
looking into more details, and I'm listening to her do that and watching. I'll just walk close enough to be like, you don't always have to be strong and brave and whatever else you think you have to be. You're perfectly fine the way you are.
You get like an unreadable, like a confused, like, thank you.
I don't know how to read that expression, so I just...
It's unreadable.
Walk away.
How could you read it?
Walk away.
I take a deep breath and you sense that I am calmed from that.
I go back to just waiting in my shadows.
Fantastic. Okay.
I cannot make the unreadable expression. You can read my face.
Can I check for lookouts around the building?
Like you're looking for... Are you looking for people? Yeah, give me a perception check.
11.
11. You don't see anyone who initially strikes you as like someone involved or someone returning to the scene of the crime. So the biggest thing that you notice are probably the old man smoking his hand-rolled cigarette is like shaken, and he's hanging around. He doesn't strike you as suspicious, but he's definitely like here. There's probably a reason why he's here. And the old lady who's like very not happy with you guys showing up. But yeah, of the milling dock workers and things like that, there's still people coming and going, but they would be the two people who draw your attention.
Is he in the shade?
Nix?
No, the man smoking the something or another.
You probably have to cross the street again to get. He's not like standing in the storehouse because that would be he'd be like in the middle of a crime scene. They're kind of staying away. So they would all be across the street.
How close is Nix to the front?
It's up to Nix.
Where are you at?
You kind of did your scan first. You might not be at the door yet. But.
Yeah, I'm not at the door quite yet.
Well, if Nix comes back around, when he comes back around, you do you. Just gonna tell you to tell that guy to come closer. I'm awkwardly standing in the shade, like wanting to do things or like do our job, but I'm also more terrified of
burning and
the fact that I'm in the daylight than our job right now. So, like, just awkwardly waiting.
Right. I'll scan that. I'm going to say, perfect. Tragul, go get that guy. And then I'm going to make my way around the building and check all the entrances and exits.
Okay.
Can I just walk over and grab him by like the back of his shirt and like carry him over?
Drops his cigarette, falls to the ground. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do anything wrong.
I love this voice.
Just set him down.
In front of Zephyr, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry, my
It
my
is
lord,
okay.
my lady.
We just ask questions.
Calm down.
Okay.
I'll go pick up his cigar for him and just.
It's like severely bent at this point. He puts it in his mouth.
Thank you.
Muddy from the ground.
Yeah.
Well, you must have seen some things. You seem quite shaken.
After
Aside from, our ogre friend getting a little bit frisky with you.
Yeah, he is severely shaken. You can give me an intimidation right now with advantage or persuasion with disadvantage. Your choice.
Intimidation.
Can I give guidance beforehand since I can tell she's questioning?
Guidance on what?
On
My God, these were so.
her intimidation check.
On intimidation? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you have guidance on intimidation, so you can add a D4. If you rolled intimidation.
17.
17.
Copy, and I have good intimidation.
Takes another drag of a poor cigarette. I did see something strange the other night. People moving where they shouldn't be. Quiet like. I didn't get a good look, but they weren't locals. So one of them dropped something. Like a piece of cloth or symbol, but it's gone now.
Do you remember what that symbol was?
I didn't get a good look. The city's not as quiet as it seems.
What else stood out to those individuals or that night?
All cloaked. I saw a cart coming that evening, but I was too afraid. I'm sorry. Please forgive my cowardice. To look closer, I feared what might come next.
Did they even look your way?
They moved very stealthily. People are always coming and going from the docks. I'm sure they saw us, but paid no special attention to me. I'm just a humble old dock worker, my lady.
Very well. Do you have anything else that could be of use? Now is the time. Anything at all.
I'm sorry. I know you. The people who I saw cloaked, many of them young, able-bodied, moved quietly, barely heard their footsteps, but sure-footed. I know they look like soldiers. Moved like soldiers.
And what they dropped and you did not see. What did you see of it? What little details? Anything helps.
Maybe something that they took from the storehouse. I make another intimidation check. The DC on this is 20.
Oh my. Okay.
She saw the guidance or not?
And whenever I
Still
intimidate,
guidance.
my way of doing it is very calm, but it's just I show Fang slightly so that they are very aware.
Yeah, and I mean, for these people,
Vampire.
your default state is probably going to be intimidation, right?
Yeah.
Like, talking to a vampire.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a 24.
Ooh.
24.
Lot of Fang.
He
lot of
like
Fang.
he drops to his like face in the dirt and the muddy streets. Please forgive me for saying so, my lady. It looked like an old symbol of Moldaral. And you know that there's a piece of this, like some other things he's beginning to say, he is so scared to tell you because like
What
this
I
could
am.
be considered like people have been executed, for speaking of like
Yeah.
of what he's kind of leaning towards. But one of the ancient symbols of the dwarven protectors, my lady of Moldaral, of the city. I don't know why they would be carrying that or why that would be in the storehouse, but I am not affiliated with that. Please forgive me. And you, like, another part of you, like, with that. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, God. 9?
Yeah.
9. You get the sense of, like, he's definitely very nervous, and the part of, like, just in default, like, he's trying to play like he doesn't know
But
about it. Like, how would you know about it if you don't,
Yeah.
So that's all you get with a 9. But so
Doesn't
he's
wanna
like,
be
I'm
killed
not
by a
affiliated
vampire.
with that. Please forgive me, my lady. Right. Like, how do you know what the symbol looks like if you don't, you
Yeah.
must have some knowledge of it. But, so.
Are we planning to go into the building?
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
What is it like on the outside? Is there mud, dirt? Has it been raining? Has it been dry?
It's not raining currently, so it'd be like dried mud for
Okay.
most of the part.
But it's probably a high trafficked area. So is it a high trafficked area, like right around?
Not immediately in front of the storehouse. On the other side of the docks, yes.
Okay, so immediately in front of the storehouse, like, I have history with tracking things. So would there be anything I can look at in the tracks that seems out of the norm?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Oh, I'm good at survival. Not this time. 13.
13. You see immediately the door to the storehouse is hanging ajar.
Okay.
Like off one of the hinges. The lock is on the door, like a big old padlock, but dangling open. It's not broken. And you do see many sets of footprints in front of the door and cart tracks. I'd say that's all you get from a cursory glance with a 13.
Do the tracks look human? Like normal size?
Yes, they look human.
Okay. Not like that guy's over there.
Not like Truckles.
I'd like to be standing in the back, pacing with my arms to the side, being like, another fucking building. I have to go into.
Thankfully, like your old arch nemesis.
Thankfully, it's a storehouse. So if any building in Slavoka is fit for you, it's this one. Because like large, they have to carry big. Basically, like we would think of like a freight loading center, but they have to carry
Right.
big carts. Have to like go into it and unload goods and things like that. So you can actually fit through these big double doors.
So
I go and I stroke his arm. It's okay, big guy. As I want to walk into the ajar
Okay.
door while observing.
You go into the
Whatever.
storehouse.
Yep.
Does anybody before Requiem's going into the storehouse? Anybody else? You're looking for Nix. You said exits.
Right, yeah, I'd
And
like to
entrances.
just make a loop around. I'm looking for, entrances, exits, just kind of doing a general investigation. Is there anything weird? Are there symbols of the sunlit path that might be on the wall? That kind of thing.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
God. That'll be an 8 total. I haven't rolled above a 10
total.
yet.
You don't see any like immediate symbols of the sunlit path. See the things you notice. I mean, that's a bad roll, right? But you just like the geography of the building is basically big double doors in the front where they unload and load. No other doors on the building. The only other distinguishing feature on the storehouse is on the northern wall, which is otherwise blank. There are 2 windows there that like just can be opened for ventilation. That are like probably like yay wide, like 2 feet or so high.
Okay. I'm going to pop out plop, and I'm going to just go and have him go up to the window.
Oh, we're doing a job.
Your lookout. Remember, Dr. Plop.
Dr. Plop. Can I nick something?
I need to use my Nick's voice. Indeed. All the shiny things. Before they get in there, make sure you get the good stuff.
I'll clear the place out, Nix. Don't you worry.
But stay hidden.
Stay hidden. You see, like, is something trying to flash? Is like trying to reconcile, like, am I lookouting or am I stealing? But you see, like, it quickly resolves and he doesn't care and he just he clambers into the window and goes inside.
That's the exact chaos that Nix was probably going for all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then as I kind of circle around, of all the people I saw on the docks, I'd like to turn into an older dock worker. Roughly more handsome because there wasn't anybody that was just plain. Somewhere roughly around that.
Okay. Perfect. You find an older-looking dock worker that you see, like, carrying still probably in his 50s.
Well, this would be like when I was looking previously.
Oh, looking previously.
Yeah, because I want to turn into that person as I come around the backside.
Not someone who's actively there, right? That makes sense. Yeah, so you said probably in like his 50s, but been a dock worker his whole life, so still very strong, able-bodied, that you're able to turn into.
Okay. I will say, they'll protect me, and I'll try to mask my voice into something a little more scraggly for a dock worker. And I shall roll up my sleeves to show off my dock worker muscles. And I'm going to go to the
obviously like a mom with the arrow tattoo.
The older woman that was kind of staring daggers at us. I'm going to kind of saunter. A lot of shoulder action.
Perfect.
A lot of shoulder action.
You see her arms crossed. Get a load of this, huh? Blood Cloaks. Down here in Bank Butch. What do they want with all this?
I'm not quite sure, but I couldn't take my eyes off of you, madam. I'm not sure I can even look at them properly.
I'm twice your age, Sonny.
The fruit only grows more sweet with age. What is your name?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. I'm going to use my guidance.
Grows more sweet.
Okay.
Guidance on persuasion?
Yeah, on this persuasion. I still haven't rolled over a 10 of the dice.
Just remember we're doing 2024 guidance, so it's like a specific skill you choose, and you have it for a minute.
Okay, yeah, so persuasion.
Cool.
Thank you for that reminder.
Yeah.
So that will be 7 on the dice, 4 for guidance, and then persuasion 6, so 17 total.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what are you doing tonight, then?
I plan to be at the Banshee's Whale.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Did I get her name?
She hasn't given it to you yet.
And what should I call you when we meet up there?
Gertie.
Gertie?
Gertie.
Gertrude, if you're feeling
Gertie.
punctual.
Gertrude. Very formal. I'm going to kiss the back of her hand.
Oh!
Gertrude, I can't help but know that I need to give you my full attention when we meet later. Perhaps you can help resolve what may be going around here. Did you see anything? Do you know anything, Gertrude?
Yeah, she is like fully ingratiated by you. Last night I did see something strange. Nearly a dozen of those corpse workers were running off from here. Green fire in their eyes, like something out of a nightmare. But, stumbling, lurching, not moving sure-footed like they normally would be. I saw some groups with a cart ran down the docks out of the storehouse, and they chased them, and they were out there in a hurry.
Green fire in their eyes, you say? Certainly not as more beautiful than yours.
Oh, you're too much.
Gertrude, I look forward to seeing you later.
I'll be there. Wait, what was your name?
Harry.
Harry. Perfect. I will wait at the Banshee's Well for you tonight, Harry. Don't stand me up, you understand?
I would never.
All right. I'm too old for games.
Perhaps we can play some games.
Okay. All
Harry
right.
better show up.
You'll know.
We don't know yet.
Break
We
an old
don't
woman's
know
head.
yet.
All right.
That's a
I'm
smut
then going
version.
to go back the way that I came behind it, and afterwards I'm going to turn back into Nyx.
Okay.
And then meet with you guys at the front.
It's like, I would likely be finishing up that conversation with the guy and telling him, thank you for your information. You can go back.
He gets up off the ground. Thank you so much. I will.
Like, pop him, like, a gold because we ruined his cigarette. And be like, go buy us.
Mini teeth missing.
That'll be a lot.
He hurries, runs off down the street.
Well then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that he is thankful for he's very concerned that he was about to die.
I was going to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll tell the propaganda guy.
After that, I'll go meet up towards. I saw she was at the door checking things out, so heading that way to share my part of the information
Perfect.
to the others.
I will likewise when I meet up with you guys just tell you everything. Be up front.
I'll be like, I thought it was quiet.
Pretty quiet. I see, as you are all like at the entrance preparing to go in, the sound of armored boots clicking against cobblestones draw your attention down the street as a figure emerges, clad in dark, ornately etched plate with the emblem of House Thrin. I'd say initially, Zelfira and Nyx, you clock it right away. A raven perched on a skeletal tree etched over her heart. A woman strides towards you. She has warm, dark face is framed by long, straight raven black hair. Her expression's calm, very purposeful. Trailing behind her, a young novice struggles to keep pace, and he's clutching a large leather-bound book embossed with the empty mask symbol of the faceless god. His sandy brown hair falls into his eyes as he hurries. Kind of bent over with the weight of the book. The novice looks up nervously, scribbling notes something, and then puts it away as he rushes to catch up with the woman. The woman stops short of you all, like walking very purposefully, like everyone else is being kind of staying behind, and she walks like directly up to all of you standing here. But she stops just short of this chaos. She's kind of quickly scanning you all. Blood Cloaks, I apologize for the intrusion. But the theft of sacred relics concerns not only the crown, but also the faith. I am Nora Thrin, sent to ensure that this investigation proceeds thoroughly. I trust you've already begun, but what have you uncovered so far? Remember, even the smallest detail might reveal more than it seems at first glance. And she looks quickly back behind her. Elian, stop staring. Introduce yourself, please. And Elian shuffles forward, nearly dropping like his quill to catch up. Novice Elian Thrin. I'm Elian, scribe to Inquisitor Noah Thrin. Well, not just a scribe, I also assist with documentation, observation, record keeping. Well, that's just, writing things down, which is also scribing, so I didn't need to say that. Sorry. He quickly flips open his book and starts writing again.
I'd like to take a look at his handwriting. See if I can't clock with my forger's ability. I'd like to have seen and could potentially replicate in the future if needed.
Give me a perception check.
Clever. Do we know as Blood Cloaks, do we trust them?
I would like to know if I know her.
15.
But wait.
15. His handwriting is exquisite.
Okay.
Think like old Catholic books, like with the huge, like elaborate letters, and like he's a scribe.
Yeah.
And it's this age, like most things are handwritten, and if it's not, it's magical. Essentially, like you have like necrotic machines are beginning to have like kind of a printing press. But yeah, as a scribe, his handwriting is exquisite. So I say with that, because his handwriting is so good, you can't have a match with that initial. But I say like with a future check or future time with some of his paperwork, you could. You guys asked if you know her. What did you ask? Sorry, Requiem?
Like Blood Cloak's reputation, do we know that they have a good standing, I guess, with, what is it?
Yeah, if you're
Do we trust
interested,
them?
give me a history check.
15.
15, Zafira?
Oh, me too?
Sure.
Pretty music.
12.
12.
man.
I'll give Zafira first. I mean, you know her. She is a member of House Thrin, a full-blooded vampire. And you know that House Thrin are the faithful, like, many of them hold religious leadership positions in the Church of the Faceless God. They're like the very staunchly religious house, a minor house, and she is like a full-blooded vampire member of that. And she is the Inquisitor of the Faceless God in the Cathedral of the Faceless God, which makes her like not the leader of like the church administration side, but that no one can question her authority as it comes to the faith in Slavoka, right? Like there's probably someone above her, or a few people above her within Stravia as a whole, stationed in Valola. But as like the Inquisitor, she is responsible for anything that the church deems important. With a 15 Requiem, I see. A lot of you know similar information, but Lenora actually has a very good reputation among like the people. Despite like what you might initially assume as like an inquisitor of, a vampire inquisitor of the faceless god, she is known to be very fair, and like temperate. So, that she's known as to be very fair.
Nice.
How did they just roll up, by the way? Do they have like their parasols out?
She has a parasol.
Clothes?
Yeah, she walked down and she would have a parasol,
Come
kind of
out as a
fancy.
novelty.
Elian, you identify as human.
Oh. And he's got the same last name?
No, he hasn't given you his last name.
House. Oh, it was the house. Okay, of Thrin.
Yeah, she is Lenora Thrin, but Elian, like her scribe or her aide is human. But yeah, she would have a parasol. She walks, kind of an odd look, like very heavily armored. And you see like a mace hanging at her side, and then her parasol. And as she approaches the shadow where you sit, would put it away. So yes, what have you uncovered so far?
And how would I feel about actually sharing any kind of information with her? Like,
that's up to you. I mean, I'd say you probably know what I've told you, and that like it's not unexpected for like an inquisitor to be involved here. And if we're going by like hierarchy, if she asks, you would kind of be bound to answer. I'll leave to you how you feel about that, or what you know about sharing, or how much you want to share.
Well, it sounds like there were, I don't know what you guys have gathered, but...
Yeah, I told you everything that I knew. So
already?
So I said,
okay.
Yeah, so I told you about the dozen guys, the green fire in their eyes, the weird movement.
Sounds like multiple people have said there were multiple men, soldiers, possibly, able-bodied, green something or another in the eyes. Maybe not themselves. However, there were signs of Moldural? Sorry, what is it? Moldural?
Moldural.
I don't know if I can say that with Moldural is what may or may not have been found. And my next question would be, is it in the storehouse, or did they bring that with them?
You see, Elian is like furiously writing this down in his book. Fascinating. I wonder, and he's like muttering to himself, like stolen for ideological reasons, or some of the path driven by material need. And he like writes a question. Statistically, the most common theft in Holy Laza. And then he looks up and, sorry, and continues writing.
Please keep working out loud.
And Lenora will, thank you for sharing so candidly. Do you mind if Elian and I accompany you during your investigation? I understand any hesitancy, but I promise we are not here to judge you or your work, just to make sure that I was assigned to make sure that this this was an important artifact. So we cross all of our bases as far as the church is concerned.
What details might you have for us on the artifact that was stolen?
Elian like immediately perks up. Wow, the artifact of the Sun of the Path. And he's like, and Lenora like puts her hand.
I look over at Nyx.
Perhaps we could go into that full details in a different time, depending on how well this goes. But our biggest question at the moment is why it was here in the first place.
Okay.
I have no problems of sharing information, but usually it goes both ways, does it not?
Am I in the building already? Since I was shimmying in, like, would this have happened while I was?
We're like trying to walk in the building together.
Go into the building.
I'll put you guys all outside right now.
Yeah. Okay. Talking.
Would you reconsider telling us something of that? Therefore, when we enter and we begin to investigate, we have a better idea of what we're looking for.
Elian, go ahead. And Elian, the Shattered Sun Disk. And you see, like, he puts his quill down here, scrolls through his book. There are at least 4 conflicting accounts of its origin. Some scholars claim it was a containment device for unstable solar energy, while others believe it was a map, a star chart, really, something buried beneath Moldural itself, but no one knows for certain. The Sunlight Path has been after it for years, but the recent theft, it's the first time they successfully acquired a piece. It's all over after the remaining fragments. It could mean something far more dangerous. Simple rebellion. And I'm sure Yes, thank you, Elian. And she, he kind of, oh, sorry, I did it again. After he finishes talking, Zelfira, you see he like looks up at you. Oh, don't stare at the fangs. Don't stare at the fangs. Oh, I'm doing it again. You have lovely fangs. Oh, that made it worse. Oh, I'm sorry. And he goes back to his books. Yes, we do know that it's an important relic, very mysterious. Origins before a pre-fall of Moldoral. And we do know that, as Elian could tell you further, that forged in the final days of Moldoral, its purpose is unknown, but what was it? Elian said, legend says the power to bind and unbind light. Some believe it was a weapon, others a key to something far greater. But yes, shattered into at least 3 pieces that we know of.
Elian, you were very much correct to not look at the fangs. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. You are doing quite well, I must say.
You think I would be used to it with Lenora, but sometimes it makes me shiver a little bit.
Perhaps I could give you some tips every now and then. I do enjoy penning a letter from time to time. Do you have a pen pal yet?
Make a persuasion check with advantage, because he doesn't talk to a lot of people.
I think my 1 minute persuasion guidance would have fit out. Actually, I already used it.
In a good
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Natural one.
Oh, wait, what's your advantage? Did you say advantage?
Advantage, yes.
Yes. Okay, here we go. All right, that's 19.
19. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. After, if I may be so. Yes. And then Laura will say, sorry, I hate to be forward, but I feel a connection to some of you, and we could certainly meet after this investigation is concluded in the Cathedral of the Faceless God. My quarters there are sparse but homely, and I can make tea. I'd be very appreciative if you would all show up. We can compare notes that are perhaps more sensitive than to be discussed out here in the daylight.
It depends. I may or may not be available, depending on when you're trying to meet. My schedule fills up so quickly, you see.
Certainly. Just try not to keep me waiting, eh? I would hate to be.
I would never.
Put off for too long. With all, the invitation is for all of you. I would love to see all of you there.
Gladly. And I just kind of do a half bow type nod thing. Just because,
I'll stand guard so no one comes in to interrupt.
Perfect. You stand guard at the door, and you enter Storehouse 9. As you enter the storehouse, you hear a shifting sound, and as you all look forward to see maybe a stack of some goods shifting under some weight, but your eyes kind of are drawn to it initially as a little bit frightened maybe or off put by the sound. The area it's obvious that this place has been ransacked. There are cart tracks that enter. There are many carts and boxes of things, wagons and things like that have been rifled through, but you see many goods, some spoiled, if it's a food good, it's probably spoiled, but some things look like they've been taken, but from an initial scan, looks like a smash and grab. Many things have been just opened up as they're strewn around the area. But yeah, the air in here is very quiet, very stale, except for no one's been in here for a long time, except for this recent raid.
I would surmise that it wasn't exactly an inside job. They look like they went through everything. Very smash and grab, would you say?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. What kind of materials are in here? That stuff.
What kind of materials?
Or what's in here? That they left behind?
Basic supplies, food and construction materials, linens, tools. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check.
Oh, and that 20. Oh, what'd you say?
Perception or investigation? What do you?
26.
26, not 20. What do you choose? Perception or investigation? Perception. Yeah, like I said, many basic food supplies are missing. Like they took some things, food and construction materials, others, linen tools have been left untouched. Among the debris, say with a natural 20, you find a dagger. Discarded, there's a crate that has a label on it that describes the content as an ancient dwarven relic, handled with care. It's clear that this item was of great value. And then next to it, looks like it was used to like pry open the lid, is a dagger that has a hilt bearing an emblem of a sunburst bisected by a winding stylized path through the center that you would identify as the symbol of the sunlit path.
Ooh. I'm gonna grab it. Is anybody else noticing it, or just me with my net 20?
If you say it out, I was going to be looking for specific things that were dwarven related, because that was my clue to base off of, is seeing if this storehouse had anything else that would match what that old guy was saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing other than that crate that says ancient dwarven artifact handled with care.
So they used the dagger, Jimmy. I'm sorry, did you say they were successful in opening it? Or
It's open.
It's open and nothing's in it. And I'm assuming.
Do you open it?
Yes.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Okay. Of course, that would be a 5. 11.
11. A flash of light. You see that it blinds you temporarily, deals
Cloaked.
5 points
as I saw.
of radiant damage.
Whoa. My goodness.
Whoa.
Well, good thing I was ouch.
And you all hear the loud sound. Lenora and Elian like look over. Lenora like goes to grab a mace and then begins to settle. Elian, perhaps some sort of booby trap left by the sunlit path, or maybe an existing defense mechanism of the crate that they bypassed entry. Interesting. And he writes it down in his book.
I instantly went to check on.
Oh God! Oh my. Okay, how long does that last?
So you're blinded for probably like 30 seconds, and then it goes away.
Are you okay?
Are my eyes still there?
Yes.
Oh, you're still there. Okay.
They've always been a bit white and transparent. I can't tell.
Don't worry.
How many fingers?
I can't count. 2, 4, 5.
Okay. You got it right half the time.
Okay. What's in it? Now that that's all.
You see there's a dusty outline, like in the shape of a part of a circle, embossed by like these stylized symbols of like a sun rays.
Does it seem like it's still booby trapped, or did it seem like it went off and...
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's a good question. While she's doing that, I'm looking for the dagger that I would have dropped.
Oh my God,
because
so
if anyone would have been noticing, the dagger would have just gone through my hand like a glitch, slight glitch, because I'm stressed and I'm blind temporarily. So I'm
does
looking
it fall
for
to the ground?
Yeah, it just falls to the ground, and I go to pick it up again, and I'm still glitching. It just keeps falling through my hand, and I'm trying to. So I take a deep breath, and then I get my sight back, and then I can pick it up. I'm just gonna tuck it away for right now.
This would be the first time that I would have seen
Noticed
that
it?
piece of your. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
What was your investigation?
8.
8.
It was a 3. I'm so...
You don't sense any more traps. It looks like something, there was a couple methods here. You see like something was bypassed for them to get in. And then with an 8, you're not sure if like Elian was saying, if this was an original defense mechanism, or if this is something they quickly members of the Sunlit Path quickly set up to, more of like a FU to they know people are, you guys are going to be investigating it afterwards. But yeah, with the 8, you're not. Anyone who'd like to can give me an Arcana check as well.
16.
20. Not dirty 20.
I beat that.
20. Dirty.
I made that.
23. 23 from Nyx. Nyx, you sense faint traces of necromantic magic lingering in the air. Definitely like the remnants of a protective ward or trap that was disabled during the theft. And whoever bypassed it, like this was a pretty serious trap. Like whoever bypassed it either had this like pretty intense skill in Arcana to do so, or they knew exactly how to bypass it.
I relay that to the group. And I specifically try to look at the lady of House Thrin to see if I can't gauge her reaction when she hears that.
You see her reaction. Give me an insight check. 13. She looks down. You see something passes her eyes. She looks concerned. Mm-hmm. And then it goes away. Elian will, did you know the Shattered Sun Disk is originally referenced in the Annals of the Last Dwarf, described as a key to the Heart of Light. Later in the Chronicles of Stonefall, something that fractured the sky, which doesn't make sense unless they're being symbolic or literal. Literal light fracturing would be bad. And then Laura, perhaps later, Elian. Oh, of course, Laura, terribly sorry. And goes back.
I'm very interested, Elian.
At that moment, there is a scuffle. A wisp of something. With your passive investigation, you didn't catch her or the sound until then, but up on one of those windows on the northern wall, you see like a shadow escape, and then hurriedly, like you hear the sound of footsteps on the roof, and then jump off and begin running north outside of this building. What are your guys' immediate reaction?
I message Plop and say, did you see what happened, coming out of the window?
Plop appears from a crate from behind you. Nyx, look what I found!
Oh my god. In front of
my boy!
Like a nail.
Wait, do we all get to see Plop?
Yeah,
this would be the first time. So I will pick him up and kind of twirl him around. Look what you have, little mister.
I got a nail. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Have I ever seen a creature like this?
Assuredly not.
Assuredly not. Okay, so I'm very just like shocked.
Everyone, plop, everyone.
Plop. Nice to meet you, everyone. Lenora says, not to break this up, but we need to see what that was. And she will run out of the door. You were at the door.
Would I have seen it? Because I was outside.
I'll give you, you said you were at the door, so I'll give you first chance to kind of get out there. So you hear the sounds. Let's see, you just hear the sounds immediately. You turn the corner. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Let's see. A 3.
A 3. Other than the sounds and like quiet, quick footsteps heading north, you don't see anyone else leaving. The doors burst open as Lenora begins to run off down the street towards that direction.
How quick would there be an easy way for me to get up to the rafters where that noise was from?
Give me an acrobatics check. Or I'd say athletics to jump up there, really.
Okay. 18?
18's, yeah, good. You... And like probably for the first time, you all see Requiem like jumps, and then as she does, it looks like she probably weighs like 30 pounds just from like her movement of like weighs nothing, like a balloon that's being lifted up, and then onto the rafters. Are you going out the window?
I can go. I just want to get a clear view on her first so that I can yell down to them which direction she's yelling, and then I'll take off after her.
Okay, so you up on the rafters, go out to the window, give me a perception check.
Yes. Please be good.
Wait, do we know it's a girl?
19.
I slipped she.
Flipped.
You guys don't know that. You guys
do I know it's a girl? Why do you say
you saw
she?
black. You saw like dark.
I saw dark.
What was your roll?
Like Pink Panther. I is about 20. Okay, no, sorry. 19.
19. You see
Chanel number 9.
hurriedly running down the street, a dark brown leather cloak behind of like a slight medium build figure, running down the street. See, like she's currently on a rooftop, heading north.
across
So you're like north.
I yell that to them.
You guys are on the slaughter docks. So, if you look at the map, she's heading along the docks, basically running down the sunlit path, the road that's in the sunlight on these rooftops now. Just taking off. She's probably like a block away at this moment.
Okay, I'm going to tell them which direction she's going. I'm going to say up top, up north, and then I'm going to take off after her and find like the quickest way to try and hop to how she's going.
Beautiful. I need you all to leave because I need to set up a map. So get out of here. Real fast. We're not taking a break yet or anything.
We will be running. We'll
Be on the lookout.
Oh my Lanta, this is amazing! Holy crap!
Shit.
Look at these! Look! Okay, hold on. I need to take a picture of this real quick. I need to take a picture of these real quick because that is so cool. Is there a rooftop creeper somewhere?
She is. I didn't stick around. We'll say she just dropped down, so she is in here. She can't see it.
I see her though. I see her though. Oh!
Can I freaking
I see her though.
Okay.
She's there running. I can see her. Where are we? We haven't introduced our characters as.
We haven't gotten them yet, so we'll put you guys where you are.
Oh my goodness!
Where is the storehouse?
But
Where is it?
I'm gonna be Edward Cullining out that front door.
there's Elvira.
Careful.
Oh, yeah.
You might run into the sun.
There's Elvira.
Yeah, that's true. I know. Oh, my Lanta.
Can I?
Oh,
Is it too late?
apparently I need to
Spark on
wear less clothes.
We'll get there. I need you guys to roll initiative.
See, apparently I need to wear less. Oh, she hot. Look at her.
He looks
She's fine.
good.
Oh, see, look,
Rare, do you want
look.
to put on?
We'll put them down.
That's what I'm gonna do, like my character does.
Yeah.
Okay. Initiative.
Yes, initiative.
Roll. I'm not.
Is that Requiem?
Saving the best for last.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Best for last.
Certainly biggest for last.
Woo! Oh shoot! You didn't see anything, so you're like, what was doing?
Yeah, I'm definitely attacking last too.
Oh goodness gracious! Wow.
Well, that's unreal.
All right, and I'll put you guys. I mean, we'll stay in the storehouse. Yeah, let's roll initiative. The storehouse is down here. You guys can be down here towards the storehouse.
Oh, that's your guy. The difference. Dude, I come up to like your belly button, maybe? Like,
He's a big boy.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, you are a big boy, my Lanta. Where are they? Like, we know you're
hammer on
over there.
that, too.
We know you're a big boy, but like you're a big
blade
boy.
on the backside.
It's so cool.
Oh, they're there. Like, he's behind all of our little cutesy cats.
That's large.
Dang. Look at the painting
That's
work
what
on
she
this,
showed.
too.
I know.
There's like gradients.
Crazy.
Morgan helped a lot with that.
Good job, Mel.
Thanks.
Beautiful work.
Okay, so what do we got for initiative?
Okay, yeah.
Dirty 20.
1 to 5.
Oh,
Nobody?
I got a 4.
so yes.
Okay.
You'll be.
I just love that. It's like we're like all running out the door.
6
You're like,
to
I'm
10.
like, oh, I fell asleep for a second.
No.
Right. Nick's had 6. 10 to 15.
14.
14. Okay.
I think you can
Then Fyra.
dirty 20. Yeah.
What about our compatriots?
Yeah, they'd probably need some.
Yeah, let me roll. We'll put Ellie at 7 and Lenora at 13.
Okay.
I should have done Hunter's Mark like right when I got up to the roof. Now I'm gonna have to wait.
I'm Lenora at 13.
Sounds like me with my Invisalign.
It's rough.
So Fire is up first, and
Yeah.
oh,
Here, I'll make it that way for.
Or
Would
is
you rather
them-
see it, or do you want the group to rather see it?
group's most important to see it. And then, do you have the enemy one?
I have.
Paperclip.
Right here.
Thank you. Yeah. Where were they?
She's 23.
Okay, so they're first.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Right there.
So, top of the round, you see darting down, moving remarkably quickly. I think, Zelfira, you clock first. She's a rogue. She's moving fast as, only she's moving with a bonus action dash kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, acrobatics check, we'll say.
Ooh.
This is so cool.
Okay.
Big horse.
Yeah, kind of trips over the big horse.
Ooh, slow you down, baby girl. Slow you down.
Slows it down. See, right there.
Slow you down.
Next to the beggar and the... Okay, that's her turn. Zelfira, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to have to use my bonus action to take my drought, dim drought, and pop it in my mouth really quick. And dim's drought, and so that I can run in the sunlight.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can Edward Cullen it right now.
That's cool.
So I'm going to pop that, and then since I bonus action to take that, right? Can I still? I can't dash double, right? Or I can't dash.
You can't use bonus action dash. You can action dash.
But I can action dash. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to action dash after I take that. As far as I can, straight her way.
Okay. Perfect. So
I don't know how close it'll get me.
Yeah, 30.
Before acrobatics check.
10, 15, 20, 25.
I'm 35 is my normal
35.
vampire.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I caught them
35.
extra.
That's your movement and action dash. That's right there.
Yeah, right. 35 is speed for vampiric. Base walking speed is 35. Yeah.
Okay. That's your turn. Next up is
Lenora.
Lenora. See, she will use her movement, run forward,
Oh, shoot.
and
Fine.
cast
A woman of the cloth.
She fine.
cast bless on all four of you. So
She's a vampiric woman of the cloth.
like this pale white light glows from her mace as she holds it upright, and we'll pass that.
Shout!
She's fancy. She's fancy.
She woman of the
Okay,
cloth. Is she a
Lenora's
vampire
turn.
still?
Requiem.
Yes. So would my target be, since I'm up on the roof, is she more than 90 feet away from me?
I think so.
Okay.
Right, you can move first,
Oh, okay.
but right now, yes.
Okay,
Not after you move.
I want to get as close to her as I can, so 30 feet walking speed.
That's 30. She is within. She was within. She's about 70 feet away.
Okay, I'd like to hunter's mark her.
Oh, shoot.
You've been hunter's marked. Wait,
Hunter's
right?
mark. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Oh, shoot.
Thanks.
Good move.
Is that your turn?
I don't know any distance for shooting.
Yeah.
Requiem, do anything else?
No.
Elian.
Elian looks really nervous and kind of looks at his book. And is like, Lenora, Elian, you're not going to find anything useful in there. Run. Oh, okay.
Run!
We'll just.
Man, just did well.
It's adorable, actually.
I know.
Okay. Nyx.
Next. I'm going to use my action and bonus action for movement. So 30 feet movement, so it'll be 60 total.
60 total. Okay.
And I'm going to try to come around this side of the cart.
You know, whiz on by me.
Damn.
So that's 60.
Okay. Perfect. That's action, bonus action. Oh wait, so I have bonus action still. Plop the boggle. would it be possible that he would have, like, I don't know, would I have popped him out maybe before I stepped out?
Yes, he's out. He's out already. Yeah.
He's already out. Okay. So in my using my bonus action, I can direct my familiar for an action, and so I would tell him to head her off, and then use the sticky oil to see if you can't get her to become restrained.
Yeah. Well, we need a mini for plot, don't we? So you can summon him like 30? You said 30 feet.
It doesn't say. I just tried looking it up. I can't find a distance from where I can do that. But if he's already out, then let's just use his movement as if he's riding on my shoulder or something. And his movement is 30 feet.
30 feet. Use this for plot. So that's 30.
Ah, darn.
He could action dash to get in front of her.
Then you'd have to wait until
Let's have him go straight and kind of get up and over this this side. He's able to move without taking an action to go up difficult surfaces.
Yeah.
So if he's able to just do direct line of sight and up to the top.
Using his action to dash?
Using his action to,
Okay.
to dash. I'm trying to pretty much just get out in front of her, so.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, yeah. And if that's all that he can do, then that's it.
60.
Okay.
That's it. All right. Tragul.
I would like to use my 40 feet of movement
chuck that mace all the way down the...
and then bonus action dash as well.
40 feet movement?
Yep.
If you took out the horse accidentally.
Oh my god. Horse and cart gone.
That's 40.
And then I'll bonus action dash as well.
You can only action dash.
Oh, okay.
If you're not a
let me see.
rogue.
I just feel like Thor moments, but like just like, like chuck your giant mace. Everything in the path though would be goners.
It might just kill her,
that
and then
will
we
get
can't
that.
ask for do.
Do you want action dash though? Do you want action dash then to get closer?
Yeah.
That'll still leave you with a bonus action if there's something you're wanting to do.
No, there's nothing on my bonus action.
We're
Running
all
down the
like
street.
hearing the...
Very like Rhino Spider-Man vibes, you know?
You made it
Huge
past me,
dude, just
sir.
with remarkably fast, large foot, steps, footfalls. Okay, her turn. She kind of trips, like, she's very, like, something she's normally good at. She's looking a little embarrassed, but in the heat of this moment, stands up, will turn around, slap the horse on the ass, and starts chasing. Blood. It's hanging on. And this horse and cart will use its reaction to move.
It's doing it.
You'd think she would keep
He'll
it
go right
away,
past.
you know?
I don't
but
suppose
there
you
goes
could-
Plop. Plop.
Use a reaction to do the direction that I gave him, would he?
I wouldn't because it's forced movement.
Yeah.
Because he's not. He's being forcefully moved.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, she will do that as her object interaction.
Oh, is that what that is?
She's gonna try it again. She feels confident.
Cool.
Don't give her half cover.
Oh.
probably.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back up there, crouches down into the back of this cart that's like moving down the slowly, down the cobblestone streets. Okay, that is her turn.
All right. Zolfira.
Oh, mine again?
Yes,
Ooh, all
you're
right.
up. And Lenora on deck.
I'm going to be was action dashing and bonus action. Getting as close as I can. Well, let's see how close I get with action dashing.
Action dashing first?
You mean bonus action?
Actually, yeah, just kidding. Bonus action dashing first.
35, 40, 70 is there. Yeah, you can take that. We can take
What?
At least
Oh, the house. Oh, that works. Okay.
Let's go in there later.
If I... Oh, actually, now I'm within my action. That was bonus. Oh, damn. Okay. I believe with action, then I should be able to. I'm assuming that cart's moving, but probably at a slow pace currently. So I think with the distance it's currently at, is this cart moving like normal pace? Like
It's really
so
slow.
far, it's just
Yeah.
like do do do. Okay, and I would have seen she went in there. Yeah, I would be following her. I would be trying to. Is this covered cart or is it what we see?
That's what you see.
It's what we see. She's trying to hide in it.
Yeah. She's like crouched down, getting half cover from it right now.
Oh, okay, so I would be attempting to also. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to allow her half cover and try and shoot from here. So I'd probably be jumping in to get within range of her, which I imagine that's within looks like normal distance. So I'm going to be attempting to hop in as well.
Okay, using your action to dash?
Yes, action. Well, wait, do I need dash to get in there from this distance?
Because you use your
use
your
my
movement and you bonus action
bonus
dash.
action dashed.
So you can use your action.
So if you
for
want to
the
move
movement.
more, you can use your action to...
Oh, for full movement. Okay. Hold on.
Nothing else, attack of opportunity if you're next to her.
Yes, that's true, because nobody else is. So, yeah, I will action dash into trying to be next to her. Okay. Rogue on rogue.
Give me an acrobatics check to get into the cart.
Acrobatics?
Yes, please.
Okay.
DC 12.
Please tell me that's a now one. Is it that beautiful?
It's a not one.
Yes.
Yeah, you way more fun.
No.
Run up like this should be easy for you, right? Like you're a rogue.
I'm a vampire rogue.
Nobility.
Kind of the same problem she had.
So
like
noble.
But every time you like grab the cart and I'll say this door opens and as you go to pull on it, not expecting that, boom, you biff it on the ground.
Do I take damage from falling on my face?
Man, you can actually
Shame.
interact with the...
Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
The tip of your
falls
toes
down.
hits the cobblestone.
And
Music, you looked majestic running, and you're just.
you take 2 points of bludgeoning.
Oh yeah. I knew I took something. Took something. Oh damn. Okay.
I love that.
I'm like, no. No.
Okay, is that your turn? I think that is. Bonus action
Yep.
movement. Lenora.
I want you to throw me so bad. I want to run up next to you, just have you chuck me.
Oh, you're probably light as a feather.
Your action to dash.
Oh wait, but I have to
Remember, we
wait
got
for you
blessed from
to.
her.
You did get blessed.
So
but,
shots and stuff, you got add that
yeah,
D4 and all that.
Wouldn't help your nat one.
For shots? Yeah. Of
Okay.
course, it's a nat one.
You have to catch up first.
I know.
Requiem.
I'll just dash to you and then.
Requiem, you're up.
I probably couldn't do that, right?
Alien
Because
on
his
deck.
move, like he's a couple people behind me, right? So if I
Yeah.
dashed to Tragula, I couldn't have him just throw me, unless I just held action, waited for his turn.
Yeah, you could hold your action waiting for something, and then on your action you could do that.
So could I just dash to? Could I run to him? Do I have enough?
Yeah, that's 30. Yeah, he can move a little bit and just grab you on his turn.
Okay.
What are you preparing your action for?
Huh?
What are you preparing your action
Uppies.
for?
And then I'm just gonna uppies, throw me, and then I'll just like
Throw you.
jump in front of him,
Amazing.
like ready for him to like. I just want him to like chuck me
Yeah,
at
you can
the
still
wagon.
prepare an action when you do that. Like, what is it? Like when you're in the air, you fire your crossbow. Like you can, you can
I'm
prepare
gonna
an
have
action.
her tackle. I'm just gonna have to tackle her because I don't want to kill her.
You want to tackle her when you get
Yeah,
to her.
I want. No. I'm gonna aim my crossbow at her cloak to nail it into the wagon so she can't leave.
Okay, I'll make that a hard. That's the door's open now, so she doesn't have half
The
cover,
door's open.
which is helpful.
I see it all in my head happening.
But
Come on, Draggy,
okay.
let's go.
we're gonna make that a hard. That's
That's
a very
fine.
specific thing to do. So we'll come down and get there. But that is your turn, Requiem. Elian, we'll just continue running forward.
He's just running forward.
I love him.
He's like, I'll be there in a second.
And somebody's just furiously writing.
Fully armored.
He's like documenting everything.
I love his book. He's so
All
cute.
right. Nick's up, Tragul on deck, and then an enemy in the hole.
My teeth.
Oh, what's that thing?
Okay, full movement
Full movement for Nixie.
for Nex. Action, I am going to use Eldritch Blast.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to get chucked into flames.
You're wanting to pin her
Through the
down.
flames.
Uh-huh. You're wanting to pin her down. He's just like,
Oh, it's going to be like a
14
circus
total with
performance.
plus.
Wonderful.
14 total to hit.
Yeah.
Hits.
Yes. Okay.
I want to make sure everyone can visualize that.
2 points of damage.
All right. She, like this. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
Yeah. So it is shadow, but deep in the core of the shadow, it is dark green. That kind of does it. So if you're able to kind of see through it, or if it's going really fast, more green you're able to see with it. Otherwise, it's just shadow shooting out.
Yeah, this blast of force scorches the back of her brown cloak. Perfect. And that's your turn?
All right.
All right.
Let's get her done.
Okay, Tragul.
so would I grapple?
I'll let you make an athletics check for this.
Guidance.
Yeah,
On
she
the
is
athletic.
very light. So I'd say throwing her is not hard. But it's more like accuracy, right? Like you're trying to throw her at that thing.
Right.
You've never thrown Requiem before, so you're.
Do you want me to sit on your hand like this so you can like shot
he
put
does.
me?
Yeah, he does. He wants you to sit on his hand.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Next
all
one
right.
over. Action.
I don't even know how to react to that.
Is it actually?
Don't sit on his hand.
Don't sit on it.
There we go. So,
So
acrobatics.
put the DC at 15 for exactly where she
Athletics?
wants to go. Athletics check, yep.
And you can, I got it.
That would be a dirty 20.
Yeah.
So excited. Love it.
Yeah, with a 20.
Oh.
I see she
See that?
all the way to the
He wants you to
And
sit
then-
on his hand.
I'm not even going to do my
booty.
crossbow.
And
Nothing.
then I can still do my movement.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll use my 40 feet of movement.
Perfect.
At just the bottom of your feet.
Oh, yeah. Just.
So much more wholesome.
Beautiful. Yeah, you see her like javelin throw Requiem. And again, your lightness aiding you, like, wow, she was really light. And you chuck her in the back of the cart. The woman looks around. The back already open, very panicked, like not expecting you to just be chucked in the back of it from very far back. All right, beautiful. Tragul, that's your turn.
Top of the order.
Top of the order, her turn.
Oh my.
Zilfire on deck.
Yes, all right,
Nice.
bonus action disengage.
Did you do your...
Oh, my action held
Yeah.
for the crossbow.
Yeah.
Did I?
Ooh.
Yes, I need to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, as you're flying towards the air, give me an attack roll.
Okay.
This is I'm going to buffer AC for this, so the AC is 20. You are blessed.
Can
You are
I?
blessed. You get a, what is that? A
Plus
6?
D4.
No, 4.
Okay. Can I put it? Okay. How do I miss?
4.
Thank you.
How do you miss? You are being flung.
No, I meant how did I miss my dice
Oh,
box?
I don't know. I can't answer.
You
that.
like rolled your hand back. Just be like,
11.
11.
Solid
Wait,
11.
wait, you're 4. Roll it.
Oh,
I didn't roll.
No, she didn't roll it for
Still
me.
not
Okay.
going to get you to 20, but
No.
make it more respectable.
Yes, 14.
14. 13.
Yeah, the crossbow bolt. I mean, you're still flying through the air, right? And this was a difficult shot. You probably could have hit her, but because you were aiming specifically to pin her with her cloak, misses.
Not
So
everything could be perfect.
She will bonus action disengage, hop out,
Bish. Bish. Oh, yeah.
about face.
Do I get
Oh.
opportunity of
She
attack?
bonus action disengaged.
Oh, so she
yeah, not for
disengaged.
rogues.
She rogued out.
She rogued you.
She runs down that alleyway. As she does so, pursuing her through these twisting streets and narrow alleyways, the few of you who sees, you hear a deep rattling groan as you come face to face with a small group of undead figures. You know, identify once like workers or soldiers. The rotting flesh clings loosely to their bones and lurching and stumbling as if broken from their normal purpose. Their eyes glowing with strange green fire, leaving brief trails in the air with their like erratic movements. Ahead, your quarry halts this woman you're following, caught off guard by the sight. There's a sudden cry from across the alley, and you catch the sight of a zombie bearing down on a small child trapped under falling debris. And that is where we will end this session. Catch us next time when we find out what happens with our party chasing this figure and these zombies and undead figures, and exactly what transpires.
All right.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
That was fun. That was a good one. I like it.
My goodness.